This match is actually going to be quite interesting because our volunteer team... oh, wow, that was beautiful. Pass already was not through, though. That was unfortunate. It was a great play. And although the bludger did hit, didn't quite get that elimination through quick enough. Anyways, the interesting part about this is that our Swiss team is quite, good. They've played together with each other a few times, and so they're well coordinated. And while our volunteer team does not have that advantage, they do have the advantage of having been here and playing in different teams and being quite well. Did you see that keep? That was a very, very well done, quick reflexes keep. And that pushes the Quaffle back to the front. We have someone being a troll going in front, getting the ball, however, being pushed far, almost out of bounds, but the pass is there. And again, this grass is slippery. We've seen this happen before. We are playing on fake grass, not on actual grass. And although it is good, you will still slip. Continuing onwards. It is still 0-0. Oh, almost. That would have been a beautiful shot had number 59 of the Volunteers not been able to intercept that ball. So going back to the Swiss team, 95 sprints ahead. Oh, I believe that was a beat, but I'm not sure it was called. Nope, it wasn't called, and that is a goal. Oh, and we continue to the next one, and that's, you know what? If you can monopolize on the fact that the others have not yet got up to speed, that makes it 10-10, I'm pretty sure. 10-10. Pretty equal matchup right here, I'd say. And we have a slow approach again. Some safe passes. We've got one standing ready in the back. We'll see if they receive a pass. No, it's just a pass off. Ooh, and they are beat out. The ball is immediately retrieved and beat again. Who has the Quaffle? The Quaffle is held by the Swiss team number 0, who is swiftly defended by player number 1 from the volunteer team. Okay, they are regrouping. They're calming down. They're playing slow. Spectacular defense we had there before. All right, going back to attack. We are playing in the back of the field right now with a pass forward. Oh, I believe that was a score. Nice hit, although it did hit the center of the hoop and bounced upwards. That was still a hoop. We're regrouping, and we are off again. Switzerland's youth team hitting the front lines with no bludger control. They only have 1. How do they use it? Let's see. Oh, they're beating the people who are trying to intercept the Quaffle. Not that while that one person was enough, it was not good enough. Their keeper, number 18, has the Quaffle now and is rushing ahead with a far pass that hits and... oh, that was so close. It was not a goal. That was really close, just a little further ahead, and that would have been a catch. All right, Quaffle's returned to the hand of the Swiss team, number 75, who is then deflected, although the game is not, the Quaffle's no longer with our volunteer team. It's back to the Swiss team. Oh, a beautiful intercept, and he's going to wait for the rest of his team to regroup. Never mind, we're passing in front, and oh, no, Volunteers still have the Quaffle, but it wasn't enough to score right there. Oh, again, one more time, 3rd time's the charm. Oh, with some struggling, with some holding, fighting for that Quaffle, and 2 of them are on the ground now. 3 of them, make it 4. Keeper ball, all right. Oh, I'm not here for the rules. I'm pretty sure when the ball is on the ground to tackle like that for longer than, I want to say, 10 seconds, the ball becomes that of the keeper. We have Quaffle contentions. Quaffle belongs to the Swiss team. And we have a goal there! Struck by... I apologize. I do have a mild cough right now. Oh, a far pass with the volunteer team. Oh, but that hit did not quite land it. But they are fast enough to recover it and try again. A second take. Far pass to our colorful hair and number 45 4. There we go. Wasn't quite sure. They're playing at... Oh, there wasn't actually a person there. That pass didn't quite work. The ball's out of bounds and goes to the Swiss team. We've had 2 players swap out. We have a new keeper and a new chaser. We'll see how this mild comp change affects the rest of the game. They're playing further back now, or alternatively, the volunteer team is having a bunch of attackers quite far ahead, trying to disrupt the flow of the Swiss team. Oh, and our quaffle holder was beat out, switching our quaffle to the hands of the volunteers. Number 16 in charge of the ball. Volunteers has quaffle control, but that doesn't stop the Swiss from aggressively fighting for the ball and getting it and running back. There's no one to contest. And she scores. Beautiful. That is something we almost didn't see from the kids, which I am very fond of seeing in the adults. That ability to snatch the ball and then run with it. All right, Quaffle is being slow passed around. Oh, is he going to try to hit it himself? No, far pass. Number 7 to 51 and 51 to 7. And a shot. Oh, that is through. Impressive. Let's get a replay of that. Look at that. Oh, I do agree. That was through, actually. Okay, heading back to the attack. Our Swiss team has the ball again and passing it around carefully. Oh, we have one beater down already. And the Quaffle swapped hands. There's a lot of beating going on around here. Even some that aren't necessary. Okay, there's a slow reset. Our team volunteers is making their way back forward. That was a really funny pass we had there. Almost didn't look like one. Oh, there's being a signal to sending someone back. Oh, but they were beat out. But it's okay. They have their own beater trying to protect that Quaffle. Okay, Quaffle's heading in front. There's no beaters to contest here with a small pass in between. Can they score? Yes, they can. Beautiful. What is the score right now? Oh, there's a call. Broom's down. It's 30 to 30, 2-minute heat break. Again, everyone gets something to drink real quick. That's a very fast-paced game. The ball keeps changing sides. It's not what we usually get to see in our games today. Although I have only been casting those with the kids. Friendly reminder that you are able to text something in chat, and you have any questions, I am able to answer them live. It's 30 to 30. It's quite even, which is very impressive considering that the volunteer team has significant experience over the majority of the Swiss team. I do believe there are some Swiss players who have been playing Quadball for give or take 5 years, which is very impressive considering the game's not even that old. The real question is, will this experience outmatch? 7 watching was 9 on my phone. No. Single digits. We had, I believe, 17 at one point during the kids. But I'm not sure. I think Austria and France. 20? Sick. I'm sure they get more views afterwards, since people want to rewatch what they did. All right, it looks like, from what I can tell, that we have bludger control on the side of the Swiss team, although I'm not 100% sure with how the brooms are placed. They're both playing quite like book-perfect games with fast attacks and retakes and the ability to focus your beater strength on either outbeating the enemy beater or the opponent's beater, I apologize, or getting that Quaffle into the right hands. Again, after this game, we will have the Let me check real quick. France playing Lucerne and Munich, and after that we have the Thunderbird? No. Turicum Lightning Sparrows, that's the word, as well as the Austrian team. Okay, getting back onto pitch. The players are getting back into position to continue this game. We are 30-30. This is a tie as of now. The Swiss team's actually quite numerous. I haven't noticed till now, but they have at least 5 players to swap out. Meanwhile, the volunteer team, let me get a good look. No, they seem to be sporting similar numbers. So even in numbers, they seem to be equal. All right, here we go. 7:30. Oh, my bad. I need to correct myself. It was 30-40, 40 for the volunteers. Here we go back. Well, it's only 10 points difference. It's the smallest we've had today, I believe. Okay. They're playing calm again, conserving their energy with some outside passes, testing to see where they have an opportunity. Not quite there. That didn't succeed, and the ball is back to the volunteer team. Their keeper. Okay, bludger control seems to be with the volunteer team. I stand corrected. It's with the Swiss team. Can they use this advantage to bring back the quaffle? Oh, a far pass to the right. Oh, that was just a little too far. That is out of bounds, and the quaffle has to switch hands to the Swiss team, who now have both 2 bludgers and a quaffle. But that might not be enough if they're able to get tackled out of the ball. Standing strong, number 83 is able to avoid that to happen, and number 18 must retreat. All right, slow approach again. With a pass to the back, and it seems the same mistake that happened with one team is happening with the other. They're copying each other. How funny. Okay, ball's back with the volunteers. They'll advance forward, having swapped in someone new. This will give them new stamina, new power to keep pushing. All right, it's back behind lines again. They have this tendency to keep shooting in that specific location. All right. Oh, but does he see? He does see the beater that was right there and who got his ball beat away from him. A nice pass over. He was standing free. He's also free. Okay. Can they? Oh, very quickly. Oh, that was a beautiful pass and execution right there. Beautiful 10 points scored by the volunteer points, which I believe makes this a 50-30 with the brooms down, though. Get a quick replay in there of that goal. Beautiful pass and shot. I'm not quite sure what's happening. Oh, someone sustained a bit of an injury and should go take a break for now. Swapping out player, give me a minute, 59 for player, something with a 5 as well. 51, there we go. The volunteer team will continue with a bit of a demoralization, but nothing too much. This is, after all, standard in higher levels of quadball. It's a remount. Okay, get ready, and we continue here. Go. All right, with some immediate sprints off the back. Ooh, oh, what a catch in mid-air from the Swiss team. Sadly, not quite enough. Oh, and that was a beautiful block there, too. You know, the more times you try, the higher chances, but not if someone can snatch the ball from right under your nose, pass it back to the keeper, and the ball is ours. We safe retreats back to the hoops. All right, he's doing some calls. Far pass over with a catch and a pass And the Swiss team, Swiss beater's been bludged out. Oh, pause. Oh, the ball went out of bounds. I didn't even notice. In that case, the ball switches to number 96 Patronum of the Swiss team. $76 on your laptop. Oh, God. On the device. That's not very good. That's very warm. Oh, yellow card. Illegal headbeat. Yellow card. Well, those sometimes do happen. You can't always help it. So, you know, try to avoid it, but it does happen. And we remount with the ball being the side of the Swiss team. Here we go. Quick shot forward. There aren't any bludgers right now to be able to contest this. So if he's just able to wheeze past the others. Oh, but a nice pass and another pass. And, oh, not quite. The Volunteer's been able to grab that again. It's always the beater, it seems. The keeper, it seems. Then, heading forward, we have one troll, number 44, in the back already, who's prepared to take this fight. Will the far pass be enough? Can they hit it? Oh, beautiful pass right before they're hit by the bludger. Oh, everyone's getting beat. This is so chaotic. But the Quaffle's running ahead with just a pass to 8. Oh, but the quick drop there. It's fine. We can remount, replay, calm down. Oh, pass to the side. That was beautifully caught, beautifully shot. Is it enough to score a point? It is. The center hoop was left vulnerable, and he took advantage of that. Number 83 of the Swiss team. Ball got launched to the other side. Must be returned to the keeper. All right. Oh my goodness. I thought that was a pass, but I'm mistaken. That was a shot through the hoop. And it scored too while we were at it. I'm not quite sure what the score is, but I do believe the Volunteers are winning. All right, back to a calmer game. The initial adrenaline at the start has worn off. Doesn't mean that they can't play in a very decisive manner. Far pass. Oh, wasn't quite far enough. The ball is returned over to the side of the Volunteers. They're rushing forward, and she was beat out. So the Quaffle's on the ground, but that doesn't mean that it is forsaken. It is out. And it's the last touch was by Volunteers, so this is a Swiss ball. Okay, time to recollect oneself and proceed forward. We're having quite the beater battle over there, but that's not what the camera's on. A far pass isn't quite enough to cut it. Those shots just barely get redirected by a hand of the Volunteer. They're not going in just yet. Rushing forward, we have the bludgers in two hands of the Swiss team, but it doesn't matter. The boundary was too far. Swiss team gets the Quaffle by default. All right. Playtime is in 14 minutes. They have 1 minute left. All right. Until there's a water break. Don't worry, we'll have other things happen. Quaffle's on the side of the Swiss team rushing forward. They only have one bludger to defend, the Volunteers. And but that brilliant little jump there to catch the ball in midair. Number 26 on the Volunteer team has the Quaffle, now hands it over to the keeper, who will resume the game in a steady manner. Making their way forward slowly, conserving their energy. Do a far pass, catch. Take note that the Swiss team has 2 of the bludgers active, but only one of them's on the volunteer tie. But that doesn't mean that they can't get that ball across as long as they make sure to avoid those bludgers, which is becoming an increasingly more difficult task. With a far pass, and yeah, no, that was deflected by the Swiss team. I don't think there was much of a plan on that specific attack there. They were looking for, we have a 4-minute heat break. It was quite some time. They were looking for an opening there, but they weren't quite able to find one. And so now we are in our break. Well, while they certainly have very similar styles of play, I'm not all too surprised considering these are the Swiss team and the team of the Volunteers, which mostly are Swiss. So it makes sense they play in a very similar style and have similar tactics. There's not much to note in differences in weakness and strengths. All that I could likely guess is that I would say that the volunteer team has a bit of a tendency to jump in between that ball and grab it before the pass lands, and which gives them more overturns, and the more overturns you have, the more attacks you get to offer, which leads them to have a bit of a point advantage of 40 to 60 for the volunteers. However, that's only 20. It's not much at all. Everything can be changed with the catch of a snitch, which happens at 20 minutes, so we're 6 minutes away from that. And at this pace, the difference is not going to be that large. Friendly reminder for those at home to drink some water. It is a very warm day today here in Zurich. And I will keep reiterating that because it is just that painful. No, we have no clouds either. It is fully open today. Not even just a little bit. All right. And again, our Swiss team is all under the ages of 20, which makes their feat of being able to keep so close to the volunteer team just that much more impressive. Because again, the volunteer team is made up of volunteers, but all of them, or almost all of them, are players or are former players. So their skill is not to be underestimated. This is a very difficult matchup for the Swiss team. Not that it's not impossible. They should have the advantage of their coordination and their team composition, as in knowing each other, knowing how to play off of each other. But you can never make such a guarantee. We have our various umbrellas and parasols out there to try and keep us safe from the sun. This includes for all the players once they exit the pitch. Although we do have a mild breeze coming along, so that definitely cools things down a little, at least in a, perceived sense. All right, it looks like the teams of, again, this is a 4-minute break, so they are also able to go eat something real quick if they need to. And we really do want to keep the health of our players as a top priority in these circumstances. Additionally, the weather for tomorrow looks basically the same thing, just like 1 degree warmer, so we're not looking forward to that. Okay, our refs are making their way back onto the field, and so are the players. All right, getting people back into position. The 4-minute water break is up. The score is currently 40-60 for the Volunteers, which is the team that is not in red. Our red team is our team Switzerland. Our Volunteers are all wearing different jerseys with, however, different numbers, no overlapping ones to help avoid confusion. All right, grabbing our brooms. It looks like bludger control is, and I can't quite tell, but I want to say on the side of the Volunteers. All right, not much else to add on here. Okay, attention, please. People are being advised to remember that when you are beat, you are to drop the ball, not throw it. All right, our timeout's over, and we remount, and we continue. Bludger control is actually with the Swiss team, and they too also have the quaffle. With this little approach, pushing some of their players in the back of the sides to be able to potentially grab that ball in case things go awry or take a pass. Let's see what they can do with this composition. Careful, there is a beater right by the center of the pitch, but he doesn't seem too prone to use that. Oh, never mind. He has beat, and he has been beat too. Leading the quaffle to be the only one. However, this player is running through the crowd and making a easy pass through the hoop. It makes it 50-60. We are getting closer to tying things up here. All right, things have slowed down again. Number 59 side of the Volunteer team has the quaffle right now. Again, we are playing with larger quaffles and larger hoops because we're playing with the adults and not the kid setups. Just so people are aware. There's a very mild difference in the size of the volleyball and a very mild difference in size of the dodgeball. All right, we have some aggressive plays coming out of the Swiss team here, which I'm really in favor of. I mean, they got beat, but that's all right as long as they're able to get that ball away from that team. With some finicky hands, it'll be good enough. Oh, they are beat. Beat, but forgotten that they are beat. Oh, it happens. All right then. Bludger control remains with the Swiss team. What can they do with it? Ooh, aggressive beat there, getting rid of the enemy. The opponent beater, but the quaffle's back on the ground again, and people are fighting over it. Again, and now there's only a matter of time until this ball goes to the keeper. And that time has been reached. The ball belongs to the keeper. Oh, but they're swapping out their players, so they have to play very slowly while waiting for those new players to arrive. All right, and this time we actually have our keeper who's all the way in front of the field. That's not a very common occurrence. If you follow the camera on the bludger, on the quaffle, there is our keeper with the ball who passes it far back. Those were risky shots for not seemingly giving much value. Oh my goodness, but never mind. I take everything I said back. That was a beautiful pass with a beautiful catch, but it seems it didn't actually count to be going through. My eyes deceive me. All right, back to the Swiss team having the bludger. The quaffle. Forgive me, I do mix these up. All right, a slow approach again. Their beater's very clear. Oh, the beat, and the ball's been overturned to the other beater. That's unfortunate. Quaffle's back to the Volunteers. Making her slowly. Steadily. Oh, it wasn't quite enough. Just one mistake in a pass, and that's all it takes to switch the ball to another hand. Number 96, Swiss team passes a far pass, and it is retrieved by the Volunteers. It wasn't quite enough. It wasn't quite far enough to land in the hands of the Swiss team, but it was a close call. Oh, the Seekers are being slowly summoned. All right, with the quaffle. Oh, that wasn't... Oh, no, that was just one person beat out. The ball still remains in the possession of the Volunteers with a far pass. Never mind, that wasn't as far as I thought it was going to happen. That one was, though. And it stays within their hands. Can they? Yes, it's still theirs. Dribbling, and that is a beautiful shot straight to the hoop. Never mind. It is not a shot. I stand corrected. And so does our head ref. Oh, and here we have a countdown for when the Seekers get to enter the fields. While we're looking at that, the quaffle has been shot. The Volunteers score another point. We're standing 50 to 80, I believe. 50 to 90. And the snitch is on, the flag is on, the flag runners on their way, and they really want, both teams technically want this, although with a score of 50 to 90, the Swiss team doesn't really want that flag right now, because if they do get it, that only gives them another 30 points, which puts them 80 to 90. Of course, we will be getting overtime if that happens, but it is a risk that you'd just rather not be taking. You'd rather be in the advantage when grabbing that snitch than afterwards. All right, back to the other teams. There's a beautiful interception by the Swiss team there. However, the ball returns to the side of the Volunteers with a far pass back and a reset in starting their approach. Oh, that wasn't quite through there. It was, although it was a fight, it wasn't a fight that went in. It's okay. Number 44 makes a run for it, a dash for it, a pass for it, which is enough to confuse the Swiss players and enough to score a point. All right, we are now standing, I feel like that score's not quite right, 60 to 90, but that is what the screen says. 60 to 90, which does mean that a 30-point snitch would tie things up. All right, as long as the Swiss team can score one here and grab that flag, they can win. Same thing goes for the Volunteer team. As long as they can grab the flag, they are done. That's it. They're over. They win. But if you're keeping your eyes on the flag camera, although these are both two very aggressive teams, neither of them have been able to grab that flag yet. Oh, and the Volunteers are able to recover their ball, hand over, make a far pass that works, not quite, can't quite catch it. And the beaters are mostly focused on the snitch play right now. Oh, can they? Oh, they cannot. The ball is out of bounds and goes to the Swiss team, who needs to make their shot at tying things up sooner rather than later. All right, far pass forward. That's perfect. They don't have any beaters at home, so all they really need to do is play around these players and score in, which is still possible. The ball is yet to be out of bounds as long as you run forward again. Yes, the ball is still with the Swiss team. All they need is a few passes and a decisive goal. There we go. It is now standing 70 to 90. A flag catch would end everything now, which makes this such an enticing flag catch, because usually you don't have teams this close next to each other. Oh, if you saw that quaffle shot right there, it was caught mid-air and then sent in, but it wasn't quite enough to get it. However, this shot was. We are back to a distance of 30 between the teams. All right, refocusing their energy, they head forward. Flags not being caught by either team. Swiss team is nicely passing the ball with just one hand, too, catching and shooting. Far pass. Far pass again. Oh, something was called. There's an injury stoppage. Number 45 seems to have hurt themselves just a little bit with what looks to be their leg, although I don't fully agree with the ethics of having the camera on that. Perfect. There we go. All right. They will be potentially escorted off. Yeah, they're escorted off. They're not having a great day with their leg. The crowd applauds for their efforts, and they will have to send in a new chaser. It's unfortunate. That's our second injury coming from the Volunteer team. They don't have that many people to swap in, so this is not a good sign, and they are winning, so maybe they should dial it back just a little bit. Okay, we're 23 minutes, 30 seconds in. That's more like our average game usually, so this is nothing out of the ordinary yet. Although there have been, I feel, less points scored than with the kids' teams. Not that there have been less attempts, but there's just been less scored. All right, and we resume the balls with the Swiss team, and the bludgers are focused on the snitch. Oh, and the quaffles with the volunteers, with the keeper of the volunteers. Calm game, although never mind. They're rushing forward with a far pass going to the side, and that is an easy score. It would have... No, it is an easy score. All good. For a second, I got concerned there that the Swiss team might actually be able to defend that. And balls down. Brooms down. Well, both, technically. Never mind. It continues. My bad. I thought that was a brief indication of a pause, but it was not. It was simply just a pause for decision making. Oh, and the snitch has been caught by the volunteer team. Now, if this is valid, the volunteers win, because they do have such a point advantage. So they are quickly checking up on what everyone has to say on this. That's all right, no worries. And that is good. The game is over. The snitch catch was good. That was a very fast-paced game. Lots of overturns, and I would actually say that these teams were very equally matched, considering that the distance of 30 was never exceeded. So we have first 3 cheers for each team. Well, that was very fun to watch. That was a very exhilarating, very high-level game that we watched here. It was truly enjoyable. However, with that, I can see the next team's already making their way to the field. And that would be... Let me go check this real quick. Team France against Lucerne Munich. So don't leave us. Stay with us. Watch the next game with us. And as the teams make their way off, I hope that this loss wasn't too detrimental, because they really put up a good fight.